realize that I have to say this, I have to explain, because if I don't, then the people that the audience we're trying to reach will never know or never understand what we're talking about. I think West River needs this.
I agree.
West River needs a voice. West River needs to be heard. As for so many politics that favor East River so much, I want to say, to where if we don't make, if we don't do this, if we don't make this, then a lot of good athletes want to come through this side of the state and not really get seen, get heard, or be noticed. That's the biggest part. Right, because you can look at the list of all the high school athletes now that were honorable mention. I mean, there's a handful of kids that are honorable mention in West River. There might have been one or two first team, second team, but the honorable mention credentials match the first team or the second team credentials for the girls. So it's like, it don't make no sense, but at the same time, it's where's all the votes coming from? East River. So,
yeah, you saw that when you were in high school.
Absolutely. I sat in front of a board of all the South Dakota high school representatives, and yeah, they cater to one side. I mean, it's sad to say, because we have a lot of kids coming up that don't know that.
Yeah.
And might never ever experience that, but I mean, as long as we make it noticed now, and like I said, it's the way I tell the girls in the summertime, it's West River versus everybody at this point. I mean, people I guess I really can't knock anyone that goes elsewhere to look for exposure. I mean, that's totally on them. I mean, your summer's full with that stuff, but I mean, for us, we wanted to start this Gator program this summer, just to give athletes around here an opportunity that really can't afford it, but opportunity to still go out and compete, go out and play as any other program, East River, and so on that way. So, and we see a big difference. It was a battle when we had to basically plead our case on why we should be in this bracket and that bracket. I'm like, why we gotta plead our case? I get it, we have to play in this tournament, that tournament, this tournament, but that just shows where we are, really, right? I mean, they think every team come West River is not very competitive. And maybe we allow them to think that because we're not willing to make that jump to go that far, but now it's to the point where we have to. Yeah. And I'm not scared to go that way at all. Like, we know what to expect when we go there. We know how to train the girls. We know what kind of dogs, I should say, is over there, and just to trying to establish and let these girls know, like, hey, y'all compete with anyone at any level. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's coaches saying that you can, or it's people that are saying that, no, we don't want to do it, I'm a little nervous. But at this point in time, we're not. Like, that's where we belong over there. And then we're going to showcase that this weekend when we go to Des Moines, that we belong with that group. Yeah. It's time. Mm-hmm. It's time to make that move, and it starts with somebody. And, myself and Coach D, we all for it. We believe in what West River can offer. We believe in these athletes, West River, and we going. We won this tournament last year, so that just goes showcase that where we really are. But besides that, I mean, that's the whole point of this West River movement. Like, we have to have the voice. We have to explain to them what we're about. There's a lot of elephants in the room when we come to different places. I mean, we are part of baseball programs, different basketball programs. Like, we started our own basketball program because, you have to be involved. If you want your kid to play, you want your kid to grow, you want your kid to excel, you have to be involved. Whether you're coaching or something has to do with the program, you have to be involved with it. If you're not involved with it, then I don't know if your kid will play a whole lot. I don't know if there's politics involved. It's everywhere, and being around it and seeing it, and now actually trying to make a change of starting your own program, boys and girls, you see a big difference. You see a lot of the parents that really want this for the kid start gravitating to what we are teaching and what we're trying to show the kids right now, which is great. You know, touch a little bit on our Venom's program. I never wanted to be the biggest program, and I don't think whoever will be the biggest program, but I know starting from 20 kids our first year to this year at 65, and next year probably 100. Like, I think it's going to be the biggest program, but it's free for the kids, right? I mean, I try to tell a lot of kids, especially on the boys' side. I mean, the girls eventually get there, but why would you charge a kid to play a sport that we both love, right? That we both took us out of our, you know, bad places, dark places, you should say. And that might be something for the kids, you know. Maybe just another out, maybe just a way for them to get out of the funk that they're in or something. You know, that's something that we really want to do. But no, absolutely. Let's so we'll go. I gotta make sure we stay on the course, because then we just keep talking.
No, that's perfect. That's what it's for. I mean, it's ours.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we'll just touch up on Westford opportunities. You know, the biggest part is that you've been here all your life.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you came from a small town too, so.
Yeah.
What's the good? We'll start with the good, then we'll go with the bad Westford opportunities.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to just say like the bad and like knock on it, because like you never, when you're in it, like you don't know. There's no comparison. Like I didn't know like what was even out there outside of what I was doing. And that was like, my family was taking me across the state, all the way to Sioux Falls every weekend, like playing on teams that like, they're not bad programs at all. But we went to the same tournaments, and you know, those girls all play together all year, and it's just, you're coming into a community as an outsider. And like, they welcomed me in, like you have to earn your spot. But like, most people don't take that chance to go over there and do that. Most people don't want to do that. And then you get over there and it's like, you are stepping into their community. So, I mean, there's good and bad in that, but like you guys building a program for girls in the area with the right intent, like you said, to, you know, give people an opportunity to play the game they love. It's not about the money. It's not about the, you know, specific politics of it, which I think that was like a kind of a bad part of it. And I'm not saying like it was Sioux Falls that was the issue, but like it is just stepping out of sight of where you're from and having to step into a completely new place to completely reestablish yourself every single time. That's what's difficult. And so that was like, that's the hardest part. The best part though is like, you know, eventually I came to meet like you and Dean, and you guys wanted to start this, and then that's brought a community. So, I mean, that started my junior year of high school. So that wasn't like forever. Like we were here since my freshman year, but like that was the major like point of my career. So like that's when things like shifted for me community wise. Like I have a place now. When I come back to Rapid, that's like home to play basketball, work out, like meet the girls and stuff. Because if not, I'd be like, well, why even come back from school? You know, and I feel like there's a lot of athletes in this area who, you know, they want that place, they want that community. They just like, they don't know what's out there. So. Yeah,
no, absolutely. I agree with you. I think a lot of the athletes around here are scared to make that jump.
Yeah.
They're scared to make that leap you have to see what's out there. Whether it's for you or it's not for you, but you have to. You know, and that's the biggest part. You know, that is honestly the biggest part. Is even when I'm talking to college recruiters, it's, well, how is she? Is she academically, you know, how's her skill set on the basketball court? Well, she's this, she's that. You know, everything's perfect, but the only thing I really can explain to them is I don't know if they're going to get homesick. Right? Yeah. It's the first time leaving their home to where I don't know that. You know, and like even today, I have a few coaches that reached out, and I'm like, you know, they've been with their mom and dad ever since they're little. You know, them trying to break away and make that separation to where they have to be an adults, I can't really touch on that, you know.
Yeah.
They stay consistent with their workouts, they stay consistent in the tournaments, but again, they're with their parents.
Yeah.
Now, would it lead over to college? I think so, 100% think so. I just can't really control, like, the homesick part. That's the biggest part. I think that's what I tell a lot of kids, that it's the first couple weeks, you're making an adjustment, you're in the groove of everything, knowing your practices, knowing your basically your times of your classes are. But there's that little window between everything said and done where you get stuck by yourself in your dorm room, or you're thinking like, man, I miss home. Yeah. And I think it always hit it no matter what. Mm-hmm. I know I seen that with my wife. I seen that with a few of my buddies that I felt like was, going to be at college for a long time, that really had no athleticness, that really I thought was going to excel in college. But it's that homesick. Like, there's that wall that I think every college athlete hits, to where it's a lot easier to go home than to stay. Mm-hmm. And trying to teach the girls this, but trying to teach just athletes overall, like, there is that point in college where it's going to be like, man, home sounds good. Mm-hmm. A fresh meal sounds good. But you stick it out, you find that you get over that hump, you get over that wall, I think great things will happen. I think you find yourself like, okay, this is why I pushed myself day in and day out in high school, because I wanted to sign that letter of intent. I wanted to play college basketball. So once you get over that hump, it's, okay, now it's really time for me to work. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest part on the college part of it, on going to the next level part of it. But like you said, it's even experiencing, like when you said outsider coming into a whole different program where they already had their favorites, pretty much these AU teams already had their girls that stayed with them all summer long, all school long, and then you're the new face in a program. It's like you said, I think you have to earn your place. But at the same time, it's no matter how hard you push, I don't think it will ever be 100% yours, because I got a girl that's with me all year long. I got a girl that's with me maybe 3 months out of the year. Mm-hmm. I think that's the big difference, and I've seen that a lot more lately. It's trying to, cause we get a bunch of girls from the Black Hills area, mm-hmm. Hill City, Belfouche, Spearfish. I mean, we all over the Black Hills area, even all the way down to, Red Cloud, Pine Ridge. It's a lot of new faces, which is great, because this is why we started this program, was to give West River an opportunity. And it is, some will feel like that, but I think what separates the veterans, I want to say, that girl that's been with the program, to the rookies coming in, is the work. Like, they know what type of work we put in. Yep. And it's not easy. 100% it's not easy. But work shouldn't be easy. Yep. If you try to make that next level, if you try to, reach your dreams or your goals, they're never just going to, well, here's your dreams, here's your goals. It's never going to work like that. Mm. I have to work. And I think what separates the veterans from the rookies is how hard we go and practice on what, as coaches, we expect of them. And at the same time, it's how they react. That's our biggest thing, reaction. Like, we had our tryouts. We had a few girls that you could tell it was really new to them. It was really new. But I told them before, I was like, we travel in 8 to 10 hours. While we travel 8 to 10 hours as a team or an individual, I'm not ready to perform in front of a college coach. You have to be ready to perform in college. That might be the only opportunity that you get all summer long. And if you're not ready for it, that just hurts your status as a player. I mean, and that's the biggest part, is trying to explain to these girls, like, we're traveling 8 to 10 hours east. Mm-hmm. Right? It's we almost going into the heart of basketball over there, where girls are stacked on stacked up on the best players from everywhere. Mm-hmm. Here, we just taking the best players, West River and the Black Hills, and we believe in them individually, what they bring to the table, what their skill set is. But as we preach over and over and over, it's teamwork and family is what's going to help you get over them tough games. Mm-hmm. It's going to help you grow as an individual, but it's going to help you grow as a team. And at the same part, I never knew this girl from Hill City was like this. You know, but not only did we build a team, and we built that family, but there's a lot of friendship that they built, which is great. Because we saw that last year with a few Steven girls, STM girls, Spearfish girls, Balfouche. It's like, you know, you see it over and over, hanging out with each other. Now when we go to games, it's, man, we had each other's back in summertime, and now it's game time.
Yeah.
Now we're going at each other, which we want, because that's only going to raise the level of talent West River. Mm-hmm. So, and we saw a lot this year. It was great to see a lot this year. A lot of girls put up some big numbers. A lot of girls really grew. There were some good games to watch. So it's always good to be one of them spectators. Mm-hmm. You know, I used to like sitting courtside watching them battle, but now it's like I just go sit in the corner and just watch them do what they do. Like it's fun to watch. It's fun to see their confidence grow. And the scary part is we have a lot of young girls right now that been with us for a long time and really showcasing their talents at the varsity level. So I'm like, I know that's what we believed in when we first started this program, when they were like 6th, 5th graders. So now to see them come this far, it's crazy. But but touching on that, it's the big reason. And I tell a lot of these parents, I tell a lot of kids, I said, there will never be this program. There will never be this opportunity for any of the kids if it wasn't for you. You know, and just that alone, they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, I never ever saw myself as a trainer, right? I never ever thought what I did in college or grown up on the basketball court or anything was going to help a person get to that next level. I never ever thought that. You know, I just thought, you know, it's basketball, people would pick up basketball, do what you want to do, but you honestly showed that what I was teaching or what I was helping develop, which it wasn't nothing special, I didn't think it was nothing special, is just trying to bring something out of you that you had already. You know, come to light and then just showcase. I'm like, man, this is something different, right? So it's something like that really lit a fire inside me, like, man, this is what we need. West River needs this. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. You know, and it's so new because I don't have a daughter, right? Yeah. So getting used to younger girls' attitudes and what they bring to the table, I'm like, man, I don't know how to react to this. Yeah. Right? I mean, I remember the first time I coached with Dean and I made a substitution, and the girl came out, she started crying. I'm like, what'd I do? Like, that's not sub. And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm like, it's so new to me with the girls. I'm like, but now I'm slowly figuring out, like, watching them from the younger to now. Okay, I know how to direct. I know how to bring more out of them. I know how to do that stuff. But before, I'm like, I got 4 boys. I know how to react to boys. They'd be a little bit harder on boys. But the girls part, I'm like, I got to bring it back a little bit. So it's still new, you know, but now we're at a point now, I know how to bring more out of them. I know how to reach them. I know how to get them more motivated to play, to be ready, to be confident. That's the biggest part. So it's, you know, there's like I said, the Haleys, the Leahs, all the new girls, all the girls who start from little, they help me realize what to teach and how to reach, because those two are a little different, but
no,
it's new.
You've learned, like, I've witnessed it, like, you just, like, navigate building those relationships. And, like, the big thing with you, I think, like, you know, I don't see it all over the place, but you learn, like, the individual. Like, the girls are a lot different than the boys, but you took that time to, like, figure out each kid, and you got your way with each one, you know, like, hey, you mentioned Haley and Leah, like, each one of them, you're going to bring it out a little bit different, you know, and you're going to deliver it a little bit different. Like, they're similar in some ways, but, like, you interact with them, like, because you learn that. You didn't just, like, take them out, you know. Same with me you started training me, like you took your time to like, okay, where's like how's she tick, like what works, what doesn't. Yeah, no.
No, absolutely. You know, and the biggest part, you know, this probably go into our next question. It's, you know, the opportunities, you know, the college opportunities. Like, the biggest thing that we get is, and hearing this from multiple parents was, well, hearing our athlete and other people talk about, you know, where is, how many college offers this girl got or that boy got, you know, and come to find out there's none, right? It's, for us, it's, you know, we can only take them so far. We can only take them to these tournaments to put them in front of the college coaches. At the same part, it's, if you just relying on 3 months to really grow, which it should, you know, I mean, we compete in front of a bunch of college coaches, and a lot of college coaches see something different. They see a lot of different stuff, you know, and I know as a programmer it reflects on us. Well, this kid didn't get the looks, that kid didn't get the looks. I'm like, our job is to put them in front. Our job is to get them ready. Now, in between that ready stage, if there's an excuse why I can't be at this practice or that workout or this workout, then does it fall on us? You know, we're there. No, we're 100% there. We 100% committed. Now that a lot of our girls this year are getting a lot of looks, now it's, she was here, she was there, she did this, she did that, she didn't want to, she didn't have to, but she did. So I think this year we're going to get a lot more interest on that college level, which is good. I said, and the biggest part, and sadly, for a lot of the up-and-coming AAU programs, West River, or anyone that's thinking about starting an AAU program, it all depends on the brackets. Like, what bracket do you want to be in? That's the biggest part. You see a lot of West River brackets where platinum, silver. I mean, if you're going to be the platinum, silver, just expect platinum, silver competition. And with that comes platinum, silver competition is little to no coaches. Because they don't want to, I mean, this says they don't want to go see a platinum, silver battle. I want to see the top of the top go at it, right? Because I need to invest in this kid to come play at my school. So I need to be at the top, right? Because I want someone to make an impact. So for this year, which is, like I said, it took 3 years to get there, but we're there. You know, they offered us we got the platinum status and we got the gold bracket, which is great because that's the teams you want. We got all the Nike sponsored teams, the Adidas sponsored teams. We got all the big name teams that we have to go against, which we want. Right? It's not even some coaches, oh man, we got to play this team. We got to play that team now. We want to play that team. That's our goal this summer, is we want that team. It's not, I'm a little nervous playing that team. Like, nah, I don't think I ever get nervous. I mean, you shouldn't get nervous at all. It's, you got to be able to showcase what you have with the best of them. If you don't showcase what you have with the best of them, then how are you going to be able to explain to colleges or tell the colleges where you've been, how you've been, what you did, right? I mean, like you say, going back now when you got the opportunity to play against, you know, Jada Williams, number one point guard in the nation at the time. That's what you wanted. You never went away from it. You went straight at it. And that's what I'm telling the girls, like, oh, she got an opportunity to play. I was like, yeah. Was she ready? Was she nervous? I was like, you ask her. I don't think she was, because the way the stat line ended up going was Jada didn't have that very much, and Jordan had a lot more. So, I mean, it's just different ways that some of the girls, I don't know if it's just the way coaches, parents, or other people are saying East River's this, East River's that, and having these girls or athletes around here feel some way. Like, I never ever understood that, right? It's, you know, my growing up, I always wanted to play against the best of the best, and that's how it should have been. But when you have different athletes basically talk about, man, I don't know, that girl's really good, she's really good. I'm like, yeah, but so are you. Yeah. Then they really question themselves, like, hey, I think I am. Well, you don't think you are, I think I know you are. So it's I think it's going to be a good summer. I think it's going to be a great summer. The girls put a lot of work in, right? Like we started 5 weeks before the season started, and we always do that just to make sure they're ready. You know, I see a lot of AAU programs right now, East River included, started 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, 3 weeks ago, you're going 1-3 in the tournament. Are you really ready? Right? That's the biggest part. Are you really ready? I mean, I don't think you're ready at all. I mean, yeah, you might have, on paper, you felt like you was ready because you have this big name, that big name, that big name. But yeah, remember, those big names got to be able to play with each other. Is you ain't going to a big tournament and expecting, all right, give me your 20 you had, give me your 20 you have. They ain't going to work like that. Someone's going to have to take the back seat, or someone's going to have to be a role player or a decoy to make sure you're getting wins. And that was something that we figured out right away in our first 2 weeks was she plays good with that girl, she plays good with that girl. You know, you have to give up. One of you doesn't have to give up something. And it's not because of we believe in her a lot more than you. It's not. You got to be able to make the team work. Yeah. If you make the team work as one, it don't matter what brand you rep. It don't matter what organization that you come from. That's going to be a hard team to beat. And that's what we saw in the girls. Like, it's going to be very, very interested in seeing them play this weekend. Yeah. I believe they're ready. I honestly believe they're ready. Yeah. I mean, I won't go that way if we weren't. Yeah. That's just being 100%. You know, they 100% ready. I think they're going to showcase what they did prior. Just coming from experience last year, we was 4 weeks before this tournament, and we walked out with the championship. So we're looking for 2 of them this weekend. Yeah. You know, I know people write us off because they see Rapid City, but just know that they're ready. They're ready to come. So I mean, I can talk to them blue in the face about it, but at the end of the day, like, I allowed them to showcase. Like, their game speaks volume, and their game is going to speak very, very loud. Yeah. So it's going to be fun. It's absolutely going to be fun.
Yeah. No. I mean, obviously they'll be ready. They've been this. I think people don't realize, like, I mean, this has been going for a minute. Like, I understand you have some new girls in the program this year. It's like their first year because it's like it's growing, of course, and it's newer opportunity to some. But those girls, you've had them for years and years and years. Like, it's nothing new to them. Like, these tournaments are nothing new to them. Like, that is a big factor. And like, when they get into those high school levels, a lot of your younger girls, they don't have that. Oh, well, that's like East River, those girls in Sioux Falls, well, they don't have that because they've been preparing for that. They've been competing against that since they were 5th, 6th, 7th grade. The first time I ever like experienced the bigger schools in Sioux Falls, which they're not even bigger, but the schools in Sioux Falls, it was in high school, like on varsity, like never before that. And so like the narrative was like, these are the championship teams and we are not. And so once we graduated and we got to that point where we were the group that not just had the experience, but had the kids who had been playing over there and competing with that. And like me going over there, that changed my mentality too. Like it seems like weird, like, like it's just the other side of the state, but there's nothing like in between. Like, it's really us and them, and like there's a unison too. But in terms of like mentality and competition, it's hard. Like, you don't see yourself on that level because of their standards, their culture, the community that they built, and that's in the process of being built here through you guys. So like, your girls aren't scared because like, you got nothing to be scared of. They've been playing over there, competing with like not just Sioux Falls, but I mean the best, like, since they were little.
That's where it starts. Like I said, it's Sioux Falls. I want to say they share athletes. They're open to this person going to this workout, going to that workout, and all 3 different programs. Right? You see one kid leave one program to another program. It's like it's a war. Yep. You know, we're not. Our downfall, West River. We as coaches and trainers, we all feel entitled to that athlete. That's my athlete. Like, whatever I say she does or whatever I say he does. And it's not like that, right? It shouldn't be like that. We should be able to, this kid grow here, grow there, grow there. And that's how it should work. Like I tell every athlete, every trainer that I ever talked to or just communicated with, like, I'm not entitled to none of the girls with this Gator program. If they want to work out with you on these days, absolutely. Like, you ain't got to ask me, no, that's on them, right? That's just how it should be. But there's so many coaches and trainers out here that feel like, no, they're going to teach you bad stuff. They're going to teach you this. I'm like, at the end of the day, it's more reps the better.
Yeah.
Right? I understand sending a basketball player with a football player doing different drills. That's a little different.
Yeah.
Right? That football player is not going to teach that basketball player what it feels like inside the game. Now, movement-wise, probably. Because, I mean, football players you have to have good footwork. You have to be able to read. You have to be able to position your body differently. So that it can work for basketball. But that is something that if West River athletes really want to grow, and it's speaking to the parents and the kids, even the trainers, like, you have to be open of allowing them to experience what works for them, what don't work for them. Instead of talking to a friend and saying, hey, I don't like this person because this person hurts kids or don't know what to teach kids. Like, you have to allow them to experience it. That's the biggest. Ever since I started our trainings, it's always been for free. The first workout is always for free. Always. Because then you get to know what I'm teaching. I'm not going to have you pay for something that never benefited you in that hour or hour and a half. Then you just wasted an hour and a half of your time and my time. Yeah. So why would I charge you something like that? If you feel like it fitted you, you can grow from it, you can do whatever with it, and it made you feel good leaving here, then maybe that might be it for you. But if you get there and be like, man, I don't like that. I didn't, a little different, a little weird. Not my vibe. That's what I want to do. Then that's the opportunity to do it. Some people, you sign a monthly contract right away, then it's not there, right? It's we're not going to do it then. So that's why just a message to the athletes, the parents, even the coaches. Like, allow the athletes to figure out what fits them instead of forcing them in something. Like, I had probably a little over 10 parents reach out about our practice player. No other AU program does that, right? I don't care if you came from other AU programs or if you still playing for other AU programs. Our practice players help you build. Yeah. Help you compete with some very, very high-level skilled athletes, West River. So being in the gym with them over and over, but getting skill work, getting development work, getting strength training, everything else, you're only going to grow as an athlete. Yeah. We get a lot of people that want to talk a little bit by, well, why y'all do that? They're never going to go play tournaments. They do. We do team camps with our practice players. Our practice players get just as much reps as our AU players. Yeah. They're in there getting pushed around their development. They're in there playing high level with the girls. I said, so what you talk about? They don't play no tournaments. They get the same stuff as AU player. But some can't afford to travel. Some ain't willing to make that travel because they feel like their kid's not there. But the reason why they sign up for a practice player, because as a coach and trainer, like, I believe in every athlete. Yeah. I'm gonna still believe them to go next level. At the same time, you have some people like, well, I don't know, they didn't have fun playing. I'm like, maybe your daughter just didn't work. All of our practice is an open door policy for all parents to be a part of. Right? No parents stay around. I'm like, how come no parents stay around? I want y'all to stay around. I want y'all to understand and see what we do in practice. But at the same time, I want you to understand and see what your daughter or your son's doing in practice. So when we go 8-10 hours over there and your daughter maybe not be playing as much minutes as you signed up for, now it's time to go back to the tape or go back to practices, or the practices and workouts that he and she might have missed. That's the difference. So, when we first started, when we did our parent meeting this summer, even our first practice, I told the girls, this is what y'all signed up for. The next 3 months, what y'all sign up for.
Yep.
Now, prepare yourselves for what we have. Here's a schedule. The schedule's been out already. You know where you have to be, when you have to be. It's on you how much you worry on the girl, right? It's at the same time as I don't have a kid in the program. Every other program you see around you, they have a kid in the program. They started the program because of their kid. But I have no kid in this summer program.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't have no favorites. I don't have none. It's just whoever works, you work. I play whoever works because at this point in time, that's who's going to give me the most.
Yeah.
And I know he or she's ready for the fourth quarter, the overtime games, because I know what type of work they put in. I know they're ready. Yeah. So it's learning experience, but I believe we're ready. I believe what we're doing here is just going to keep growing. And not only the girls' side, but the boys' side most definitely is going to keep growing. But yeah, at the same time, it's, you know what you sign up for.
Yeah. Stay
committed to that workout, and just because we only practice once or twice a week, don't mean the other, 5-6 days you shouldn't be doing it yourself. I mean, this is what you sign up for.
Yeah.
Right? The end goal is to get an offer. And if you don't get an offer, then whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you got to put the most work as possible as you can into it. So, yeah, just trying to answer the parents' question before they answer them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's there you go. Straightforward. Yeah. But
I feel like you express expectations pretty clearly as far as I've known. And, I mean, your girls know, like, they know what's expected. It's not under the rug and, like, they got to go figure it out. Like, you put it on, like, it's almost put on paper to, like, the point where it's, like, you got to show up. And it's not a lot of things where it's, like, you got to do A, B, C. If you miss C, like, then you're out of here. It's just, like, you got to commit. And you're teaching them a lesson that goes a long time. Like, you talked way earlier about, not being homesick and handling that in college. But it starts here. It starts with these girls, like, those expectations and standards you set. So you can see it in them. They're getting ready.
And it is. I'm always going to keep saying it. I mean, like I said, the game changes every year. I mean, you can make more money in college than you can in WNBA.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to go with WNBA after college. But the good part is utilize your academics, utilize your athleticism to get college paid for.
Yeah.
Cause then you can start your own career after that. So it's, I express a lot of it to the girls, and a lot of them are grasping it. This realization that y'all doing AAU basketball to go to college.
Yeah.
Right? It's, some of them said they want to play some overseas basketball, which, is still there, right?
Yeah.
They get used to so many people that's not even an option. Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
It's
I'm never going to be the one to eliminate you from reaching your dreams. Like, I'm gonna try as hard as I could to make sure you're in the right path to go that route. But after that, it's up to you how far you want to make it.
Yeah.
It's the thing I dislike is there's so many parents that let them know, like, well, maybe this ain't for you. Yeah. Maybe it's not, or maybe this, maybe that. I can sit there on the weekends and watch my kids play sports, baseball, basketball, and yeah, it's life. Not all of us have good games. Not all of us have bad games. But to see how that kid bounces back from an 0 for 10 shooting or 0 for 4 star in the baseball field, how does he bounce back? So a lot of times the bounce back is he's putting up 12 points the next game, or he goes 3 for 4 next game. So his bounce back was a lot better than that one game that was bad.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents judge that one game that was bad, that, hey, this ain't for you. Let's just quit right now. No, it's like, you gotta let them fight through it. Like, as the only way we can help prepare our kids for the next level, for the future, is allow them to go through that stuff. Allow them to feel that. Okay? When you go to college, you have a bad game, and the coach is on you, and everyone's on you. Are you gonna come home right away, or are you gonna get back in the lab and go back to work?
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest part. So doing that right now as a young kid, they're only gonna understand, okay, damn, just one bad game. I did this before. I felt this before. Now I know what to do. I'm getting back in and doing it. So just different ways like that as parents really jump the gun on that stuff. Because I see a lot like, man, she had a horrible game. I'm like, no, we still got 3 more games left.
Yeah.
You know, keep her confidence where it needs to be. It's always the next play. Next play. So, yeah, I see it a lot, though. You know, just some for the parents, like, allow your kids to experience that. Like, for sure, allow them to experience that. I mean, not all kids are going to go to a really great team. So, allow them to experience a little bit of failure. Allow them to see how they bounce back from it. You know, if they bounce back from it, perfect. If they don't bounce back for it, then, you know, then maybe this is not something that they want to do. Maybe it's a different direction. Like, I'm learning it now. I got a 12-year-old that I'm slowly learning this right now. Like, allow him to be him. You know, I can't want it for him. He's not want it for himself. I can put him in the places that, hey, go ahead and go do that. But it's up to you if you want to do it, right? I mean, not all of us grew up on a basketball court. Not all of us grew up, you know, with fairly anything where you had no choice but to go do that. I mean, we're in an age now where they can be whatever they want to be right now. So, I mean, I'm gonna just allow my kids to do that.
Yeah.
Like, even with our summer program, practices and workouts should be mandatory, but it's on them.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying you have to be or you don't play. That's on you. I'm seeing your work ethic. I'm seeing how you operate. I'm seeing what you bring to the table. And if you have 101 excuses every time why you couldn't be at practice workouts, then I know what type of person you are.
Yeah.
So I don't make practice and workouts mandatory. It's on them to do it. Right? And then when we do workouts, I tell them what to do. It's up to them if they want to give me 100% or not.
Yeah.
At the same time, as I see how you work. So when it comes to a time where coaches reach out and say, well, how's this person? I know how she works.
Yeah.
I know they find different reasons to not to do this. You know, that's something coaches really want to hear. Coaches don't want to hear, well, 20 points, man. But a lot of times, them 20-point athletes they know that, right? They don't need to put the extra work in. So I know what I'm going to give you. I'm going to show up this day, not that day. I'll be at the tournament. That's it. I know what I bring to the table. Those people that have been in the gym the whole time, they end up passing that person up. And we see a lot of it nowadays of whoever works, it shows. Yeah. So it's good to see that. It's just honestly good to be part of that and see the kids work. But, yeah, I just strongly feel there's a lot of people find reasons to, you know, miss a workout.
Yeah.
You know, say miss an opportunity to grow within that hour and a half, 2 hours or something, right? I don't know. It's until I figure that out, I don't know. It's just going to keep going. It's going to keep happening. So we'll see where it comes from as the season goes along. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, it's like I said, it's going to be a fun summer. You know, the girls really worked their butts off the past 5 weeks. They're dedicated. They're playing together. You know, and it's crazy because we have 6 different schools that play with each other. So it's good to see that.
Yeah.
Right? You got double A's to B's to A school. So it's good to see that. It's good to see that, you know, that camaraderie come together and really, okay, well, you're fast. You're my great point guard. You're a big. This is what you do. But that's what a lot of people label them as their positions, right? I just say you're an athlete. If you're a big, you're a point guard now. If you're a point guard, go show me some footwork down below. Like, have fun with it.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. There's so many coaches and teams like, you're a big, stay down. I don't ever want you to see you up here. But nowadays, change. You see a lot of bigs stepping out shooting 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Right. That's where we're going wrong. Is them coaches saying you're big, stay down there. Get my rebound, go straight down there. Why? They can handle the ball full court. Yeah. They have to. It's not like we're putting out 6'9", 6'10" bigs. We're putting out maybe a 5'11", 6-footer.
Yeah.
When you go to college, you ain't a big.
No.
Right? We holding them back. We're eliminating them because they never played that position before. So I just give them open reins to be and do whatever you want. Right? It's switch everything, match up how you want to match up. But sometimes our smalls gonna get stuck on a big off a switch. Are you just gonna leave that big, go somewhere? Nah. Guess what? I was taught where to put my arm placement. I was taught where to read. I'm smaller, so once they put that ball down on the ground, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
But I know that I trusted my teammates. I got help side. So someone's gonna be behind me no matter what. And that's where the comfort and that's where the confidence comes in. Like, I can guard that big. I might be a small on the court, but I'm gonna guard that big because I know I got help somewhere.
Yeah. So
that's the biggest thing that we're teaching right now. So no, it's big. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun run. This is where we want to be. We won't play against the best. We're gonna really see where we match up with them.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be good to see that. But no, at the same time, it's we can talk a little bit more about the programs. I want to touch a little bit more on our Venom program.
Yeah.
That way people have a good idea of what we really do. So this year we actually become a 501c3 nonprofit with our Venom Boy program, which is big. We had 6 teams this year, 4th grade all the way to 8th grade. And it's a free program. And it's crazy because every parent's like, it's free? Yeah, it's free. Like, I love basketball. Basketball took me out a lot of places, and I want to be able to give back to the kids. So it's a free program. We do 10 tournaments, 2 practices a week. We provide them with the uniforms, shooting shirts, backpacks too. Yeah. But yeah, just the opportunity to keep growing. And I don't think a whole lot of AAU travel ball teams around here are free. But I mean, that's on them, right? That's on them. I'm not going to hate on no other travel ball organization, coach, trainer, whatever it is here. As long as you're helping the kids, I'm all for it. Yeah. We just do something different. That's it. We just offer it free for the kids. We want them to grow. We want them to excel. We want to keep them out of trouble. That's why we started it. But we also want to give them an opportunity. Yeah. So it's... The great part is we partner with the Club for Boys. So Club for Boys, we get about 12 to 15 kids from them that play on our travel team, which is great because there's a lot of athletes that come from Club for Boys. Talking with Mark over at Club for Boys, and he loves basketball. He feels like there's a lot of great kids come Club for Boys, and there is a lot of great teams. So we leave our open trials for that. We will be starting a league this summer, starting in June, for ages 8 to 12, boys and girls. Oh, wow. Then we'll offer a 2-hour training every Monday for that. There should be a flyer registration out pretty soon for that. Just more opportunity to grow. Yeah. Not everyone plays baseball. Not everyone plays volleyball. Not everyone plays softball. So we want to give them hoopers still an opportunity to play that couldn't afford to play AAU basketball. So we're gonna do that in June. That'll go all the way till July. I'm going to have a couple special guests come in for a basketball camp this summer, so I like to kind of throw that in there for all the kids that, YouTube's been growing so much. Yeah. A lot of the athletes on YouTube are growing a lot more. So, I mean, we might have a couple YouTubers come in, do a basketball camp and training, so that we'll announce that pretty soon here. I know another part of our Venom program, we offered 20 athletes a free Y membership this summer. We have everyone submitted their letter, reasons why they'll like a Y membership. So we'll make that selection next week on that, and just giving the kids opportunity. That's the biggest part. Yeah. Be that program where we're not only saying what we're about to do, but we're about to walk what we're doing. So we're talking about the walk our walk. That's the biggest part. And that's what a lot of programs should be doing. Should be offering kids, right? I mean, for us, it's the kids and the parents that stay dedicated and loyal to us, getting our kids to the gym throughout the whole November to April season, getting to practice, when they have other stuff, they stay loyal to us, so we stay loyal to them. I think we're the only program that did like a end of the season party for them. Yeah. They're like, we never had this nowhere else. I'm like, y'all loyal to us, let us give back to you guys. So it's good in that aspect. You become a family, you become a program, you become an organization that kids can really grow and excel from. So just giving back more. That's the biggest part, giving back more. I know we're going to bring back a younger group. Our Gator girls coming back, you know. We had a couple of young groups coming in, 4th graders. You know, we might even have more than that. So we just know that what these girls do in the summertime is just the platform for the young world to follow.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I think it's going to be good. Once that season kicks off in October, we'll get them going. We'll get them back in the gym. But they have opportunity to start growing now in June. So.
Yeah, I think you set your camps up in the summer a bit different than, I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot of people who set them up the way you do.
Yeah, no. Speaking of the camps, yeah, we have the point guard, shooting guard, and post position camps. All 3 weeks apiece. We do a week of point guard, a week of shooting guard, a week of post, and then go back again for all 3 weeks. I mean, I honestly do not see any other program or club offer that or do that for the kids. But it's basketball. It's simple. It's fun.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the people that have to charge and do this and that for basketball, do they really know what basketball is? Do they feel like they're at that status of a trainer or whatnot? But for us, we want to offer. We want to keep the kids active. We want to keep their brains rolling. We want that basketball IQ to keep growing.
Yeah.
Because that's where a lot of kids lack, is the basketball IQ part of it. So we like to install that into their heads. And yeah, just keep growing. I mean, there's a lot of basketball camps and clinics that are about to start up pretty soon here that I'm very excited for. I love teaching the kid proper shooting form, proper protecting the ball, proper footwork, proper everything. You know, I'm not saying I'm the only person doing that. There might be some out there, which is good.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm never gonna hate on people that helping with the kids, but that's just something that we offer. No one ever offered that. No one will ever offer that, because I don't know if they're nervous to touch on those topics, different positions. But back in college, I mean, I had to be everything. I had to be guard, shooting guard. Even sometimes I'd be a post. But I never faded away from it. I wanted to learn that. I wanted to teach the spot. I wanted to be a part of that. I want to know what you doing that for, why you doing that for.
Yeah.
Like, just a student of the game. I'm still a student of the game. Now it's help teach the kids that and see them grow in the school year. It's like, okay, you caught that now, huh? And it's just good to be a part of. It's good to be that. Like I said, Rapid City is going to be my home probably for the rest of my life. I mean, if I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to make sure everything around me grows.
Yeah.
And excels and meets expectations and meets, you know, to where a point where we are putting out big name athletes.
Yeah.
From this club. I mean, we already dropped about 3 or 4 athletes that went to college from this program alone. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people don't know that, but for us, I don't want to be that organization where, yeah, she played for us, that's why she went to college. Nah, she put her work in. She did all the hard work to get herself there. We just gave her that platform to do it, right? We'll get new girls every year. We'll get new faces. Maybe we might get East River girls come over here. You know, I think that's the route we're going to end up going.
Yeah.
We're going to be to a point where this program's only going to keep growing to where East River girls might come over here.
Yeah.
Then who's really the program?
Yeah, people are willing to go where there's the opportunity. So, I mean...
No, absolutely. And that's what we want. That is absolutely what we're pushing for. I hear a bunch of girls, boys that play for programs. Well, they never taught me that. They never taught me this. They never taught me that. I was like, at the end of the day, it's basketball, right? You go train with someone that knows basketball. You go train with someone that is a right fit. So not everyone will be a right fit, but my job as a coach or a trainer is to help you grow, help you work on the weaknesses. I'm not gonna let a kid just come down every court, every possession, just blow past you. I'm gonna make sure that next possession that comes down, you're gonna stop that.
Yeah.
Like, that's my goal as a coach. Like, I'm not a coach, I'm not teaching you how to play basketball. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy it. I'm still, like I said, a student of the game. I love everything the game is growing. You know, I love teaching the kid the new stuff, the different ways to get in and out of stuff. And it's funny because I get a lot of parents, where do you get these workouts from? It's like, I don't know. As soon as I get in the gym, it comes to me. Like, I can't, show you a video what I've seen before. I can't show you where I got this from. It's just basketball. Right?
Yeah.
I can go watch NBA games, college games, and pick up on different stuff there, and it's like, okay, that's what we have to learn, because that's where it's going.
Yeah.
Why am I watching a video from 2000 or 90s to show ball handling when the day and age moved?
Yeah.
The movement's different. The body language, how the people carry themselves, is way different. Stay confident. You know, people get nervous when they see a real confident person walk in the gym, right? But yeah, it's going to keep changing. It's going to keep growing. You know, I know this year I want a little bit more above and beyond this year, right? I'm a big Kobe guy, and you know that already, right? I got all the girl Kobe shoes, and a lot of them like, I never wear Kobe before.
Yeah.
It's just a different meaning for me. It's y'all putting the work in. I want y'all to feel confident. I want y'all to look as a team. I want y'all just to have fun, right? I mean, I read and hear a lot of Kobe stories, you know, and I joke around with all the girls all the time, like, if y'all mess up, I'm putting my shoes back.
We know you for real.
But it's in their head, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to mess up. So what I'm teaching them, they're taking in, they're taking with them, because they don't want to give them shoes back to me. No. You know, wearing Kobe's different. You see anyone wear Kobe's in the gym, they automatically expect, okay, they know what they're doing. That's the biggest part. You know, that's the feeling I want to give them. Right? They don't feel like that about themselves. That's the feeling I'm gonna give them, to where, like, I feel good. Like, yeah. You know, I don't care who that team is. I'm gonna give them my all. Like, we want to beat them.
Yeah, you put some meaning behind those shoes. I mean, you practice what you preach with Kobe, so like, it's not just some fan. I mean, yeah, no, a lot of people be putting it in their bio and Mamba mentality, all this and that, but like, you live it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, watching him growing up, I was always a Kobe fan. Jordan second. Everything that he went through, just from everything, a part of his game, from going from 8 to 24, like, there's different changes in life that you need to go, you know, and I'm always going to teach that with all my athletes, help them understand it. Like I said, the Mamba mentality is the constant quest to be the best version of yourself daily. You know, that just should be a lifestyle. Yeah. Right? I want to be better than I was yesterday. I don't want to be worse than I was yesterday. I want to be better. So that's why that Mamba mentality is important for what we teach to all the kids. It's just make sure you're better the next day. Make sure now, when you make sure you're better every single day, look how far you came. Yeah. I mean, they don't realize that. You know, I might have put one more rep in today than I did yesterday. I'm already better than I was. Like, that's the biggest part. I'm not going to do repetition, same. I felt the same I was yesterday. Man, I didn't get better. Yeah, then you're really not getting better then. You're staying plateau as far. I need to keep making the baby steps getting bigger. So, no, absolutely. And we'll keep preaching that to all the kids.
No, for sure.